Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the wonderful world of Volvo, our new destination for all things Volvo, located right here in our home city of Gothenburg. My name is Jim Rowan, and I'm the CEO for Volvo Cars, and today it's a celebration of all things 90. This event marks the beginning of a new era for our company as the EX90 hits the road. And today, together, we will unveil the new XC90, our hybrid flagship SUV. Now, our long-term strategy is full electrification, and that remains our North Star. The new EX90 is our spearhead towards that target. A fully electric SUV that can deliver up to 600 kilometers of tailpipe emission-free mobility for 7 people. The EX90 embodies our future. It is the most advanced Volvo car that we have ever made. And it's emblematic of Volvo Cars' status as the first legacy car maker to truly harness core compute technology. The EX90 is an entry ticket to a wider ecosystem of services and features that can make your life easier, more enjoyable, and allow you to reap the full benefits of all electric. And I speak from experience. Just last week, I had the pleasure of hitting the road with the EX90. I drove this car from our production facility in Charleston. I see some of our Charleston people here today. Hello. Right onto the open road and drove almost 1,000 kilometers across 3 states. Now, I did this because I wanted to get first-hand experience of this car. So let's take a look at what that first-hand experience looked like.
It's the EX90's road trip, and we're all going to be custodians of that car. How do we literally drive it out of the factory and go from one side of the country to the other? The American landscape is there to be fully explored and fully enjoyed. And we don't get that many times now where you can just be lost in your own thoughts. A road trip is something that everybody should do. Let's just head west and stop where we're going to stop.
I still don't believe that I got paid to do that. After this trip, I can tell you with confidence that the EX90 is the best car we have ever made. Driving it for 10 hours in various driving conditions, various road surfaces, really put it to a real-life test. And of course, it passed with flying colours. The charging, the reliability, the handling, the ride comfort, the silence of the cabin, the epic sound system, the technology and the feel of the user interface, everything is something that has driven us to the next level. And I have never driven a car quite like that. And it's a car to be excited about. And the first customers will get their cars before the end of this month. Now, the EX90 is one of 5 fully electric models that we now make. But of course, we understand that many people are not ready or able to fully embrace electric cars right now. Maybe that's because they feel charging infrastructure or the speed of charging isn't quite there yet. Maybe it's because they worry about the range. Maybe it's simply because the thought of changing to electrical propulsion after decades of driving an internal combustion engine is a big step. And if that's you, we understand. And we want to help you along the way. When you go through such a complex transition, pragmatism wins the day. And at Volvo Cars, we are not dogmatic about our 2030 ambitions. Most importantly, is that we provide products that our customers want. We will be ready to go fully electric this decade, but if the market, infrastructure, and customer acceptance is not quite there, we can allow that to take a few more years. The transition to electrification will not be linear. Customers and markets are moving at different speeds. And therefore, we will continue to invest in our hybrids so that wherever you are on your journey to electric driving, you can have a Volvo to suit your needs and your situations. So, with that said, let me introduce you to one of the most beloved cars Volvo has ever made. Updated and ready for a new era. The new, the most advanced, and the best ever XC90. What a fantastic job our team has done. The new XC90 for whatever life throws at you. Our aim with this car and beyond is to ensure that going electric or choosing a hybrid should never be a compromise. Either should be a great choice. Safe, sustainable mobility powered by human-centric technology and beautiful Scandinavian design. And that's what sets Volvo apart. A plug-in hybrid like the XC90 that has an electric range to give you enough for your everyday needs, but also a petrol engine for those times where you need to go further. It's a great choice for many people at this particular point in time, both from a personal point of view and from a sustainability point of view. And we've been looking at how our customers currently use our plug-in hybrid cars. And since this car was launched, of the long-range variants in the past 3 years, around half of the miles driven in those cars are already fully electric. And that's a really powerful data point. So if you make the most of the electric drivetrain within the XC90 and our plug-in cars, you can have a positive impact on both the driving experience, your wallet, while also making a good impact to the environment. The XC90 is a premium 7-seat SUV with advanced plug-in technology and a long-range drive. The design is confident and striking, and the digital experience, as you'll hear about more, is fantastic. And it takes the now legendary XC90 formula that has won so many fans from all over the world, and it moves the game on. This car means a lot for us and our customers, and in fact, we've sold almost 1 million of the second generation XC90 since we launched it in 2015. It is a beloved product, built in Sweden with global appeal, selling well in every region, but particularly the USA. As I said before, and I will say again, today is an important day in the history of our company. Today, we are continuing our transition towards full electrification, continuing to build our success as a company based on genuine customer desire and relevant technology. Today is 90-90 Day, an important day for the EX90 and the XC90. Two flagships, the best of both worlds. Now, let's see what makes the new XC90 so special. Thank you.
That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. I said that's life. That's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around.
Hi, I'm Florian from the design team here at Volvo, and I would like to talk you through the car. Since we launched the first generation in 2002, the Volvo XC90 has become a true icon. Not just for what it offers, but for how it looks on the road. It's a car that is instantly recognizable in so many places around the world. And we know that people love the XC90 for its robust stance and confident expression. So we've stayed true to these qualities in this latest iteration, giving the car a new face, which is both pure XC90 and also echoes the design of our very latest cars, the EX90 and the EX30. The clearest manifestation of this philosophy is in the headlights, which give a new twist to our famous Thor's hammer signature. We've also brought in a new bonnet and bumper to strengthen the car's contemporary appearance. And perhaps most strikingly in a literal sense, we're taking the Volvo diagonal, which has always been around since the Jacob model of 1927, spreading it across the face of the car. At the back, we've deliberately retained the fundamental elements which make the car so recognizable. The subtle and beautiful surfacing of the boot lid remain, as does our distinctive rear light signature that we've now modernized in a darker appearance. In short, this could only be an XC90, but it's an XC90 for today and tomorrow and much better than ever before. This is also true inside. Much like its predecessors, the new XC90 gives you the option of carrying up to 7 people and to do so in supreme comfort. Likewise, it still has the option of one of the best-sounding audio systems ever found inside a car, with the Bowers & Wilkins high-fidelity audio system, which can faithfully replicate the sound of a stage, a concert hall, or a jazz club. Staying true to our strong Scandinavian design ethos, we have made some updates. The dashboard now has a more horizontal and contemporary shape. We've added more texture through premium recycled textiles and split the dashboard with new air vents. We've also reconfigured the center console to make it even more practical, in response to requests by owners of the current XC90. The storage space, for example, is much easier to use now, while the wireless phone charger is more conveniently placed. And you probably know that annoying thing when you have a skinny drinks can rattling around in a cup holder twice its size? Well, that's no longer going to be a problem with our new 2+1 cup holder arrangement, which includes a smaller slot just for those times. We've also brought in some new responsibly produced upholstery options. One of them, Nordico, comes from the EX90. A premium option made from recycled materials and bio-attributed materials from the forests of Sweden and Finland. There's also a new upholstery option called Navy Herringbone Weave, which is made from 100% recycled polyester. It's a contemporary take on the classic herringbone pattern, finished in a dark blue color inspired by Sweden's west coast. But the biggest news inside the car is the new user interface, including a large, high-resolution touchscreen with the latest Volvo layout. More on that shortly. For now, let's have a look how the new XC90 keeps you comfortable and safe with Susan Hägglund.
Hi everyone, I'm Susanne Hägglund, Head of Global Offer. It's great to be here together with you today. As we have heard, XC90 is loved all around the world for its safety credentials, its elegance, its ease to use, and its ability to seat up to 7 people in total luxury. With the new XC90, we aim to stay true to all those qualities while delivering even more quality to our customers. Let's start with safety, which is naturally built into the XC90. In fact, XC90 is one of the safest cars on the road today. It uses a combination of radar and a front camera to keep an eye on the road, looking out for objects and other road users, including vehicles, pedestrians, cyclists, large animals, as we have the living moose here in our native Sweden. And depending on the situation, the XC90 can use braking and steering to avoid collisions. So whether you're expecting the car in front of you to turn and it doesn't, or a pedestrian unexpectedly steps onto the road, the XC90's active safety system is there to support you. And where it's available, thanks to our connected safety tech, the car can foresee dangerous situations on the road ahead with the help of cloud predictions. If another car ahead of you detects hazards on the road, for example, slippery conditions, you will get a warning. And this is just one example of how we are taking steps to achieve our ultimate ambition of 0 collisions involving new Volvo cars. And should the worst happen and a collision is unavoidable, the XC90 goes above and beyond to help protect you. We use a combination of different strength steels throughout the safety cage, in tandem with technologies controlling restraints, airbags, and even the position of the seats. The XC90 is as safe as an XC90 has ever been. It's also more comfortable than ever before. The XC90 comes with a standard of clever new dampers, which mechanically adapt to the current road conditions. If you're driving, this gives you a confident and relaxed driving experience. And if you're a passenger, a softer ride. And if you want to dial up the comfort to supreme levels, you can configure the car with air suspensions. It monitors the car, the road, the driver 500 times per second to give you the best possible cornering control and truly luxurious ride. No matter what suspension options you go for on the new XC90, you will get peace and quiet as standard. We have introduced a new deadening material and options of laminated side windows, which will contribute to lower noise in the car from the road and the wind outside. And speaking about weather, if it's a cold morning outside and you want to warm up your car before you get into it remotely, you can do that thanks to the Volvo Car app. In short, the XC90 keeps you isolated from whatever the world throws at you. But what about the powertrain? The XC90 gives you a choice of a plug-in T8 variant and two mild petrol hybrid options, the B5 and the more powerful B6. These mild hybrids use our kinetic energy recovery systems, which give you up to 15% of fuel savings and emission reduction. In our plug-in hybrid form, the 18.8 kilowatt-hour triple-layer high-voltage battery is capable of up to 70 kilometers of electric-only driving. To put that in the context, that's significantly more than the average driver drives every day. So as Jim said earlier, the XC90 can effectively operate as an electric car on your day-to-day drive, while the petrol engine takes you further if your plans are suddenly changing. And we know already now that this works for many people. If we look on the total kilometers covered by our new plug-in hybrid cars, the statistics show that around half of them are driven on pure electric. But there are more than just range for the plug-in hybrids. You can choose a combination of petrol and electric power sources to suit your situation. Whether you want full power, constant all-wheel drive for slippery conditions, or if you find yourself driving over a particular rough surface, there is a mode for you. As a plug-in hybrid, it's an electric car for your day-to-day drive, with everything else you might need up its sleeve. The XC90 is ready for whatever life's throw at you. Now it's time to hear about how customers will interact with the new XC90. Thank you so much.
See you soon. Bye. You can go now.
That's life. That's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stopping off. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around.
Hi, my name is Thomas Stovacek, and I lead the user experience team at Volvo Cars. Cars are driven by people, and so for me and the design team, it's our priority to create a really great experience with people at the center, to let them go about their daily lives in a safe, focused, and enjoyable way. But today's cars have so many new technologies, new sensors, connectivity, and electrification all converging, and if we're not careful, we can make the experience overwhelming. So we strive to condense everything into a simple approach, making it easier to operate the cars of today. Complexity made simple for life. Inside our all-electric EX90 and EX30, we've applied this approach to create Volvo's new generation infotainment system. And we've had great feedback so far, and we're really proud of it. And today, we're happy to announce that we're bringing that experience to the XC90. To enhance this experience, we've made some key hardware changes. The car's central screen is freestanding, 11.2 inches, and has a higher resolution, so it's crisper. So you have a larger, better screen to interact with. But it's the content on the screen that represents the biggest change. Just like the EX90 and the EX30, we've updated the interface with access to common functions and quicker navigation to key areas. So broadly speaking, it takes fewer taps to get to the places that you use most often. Let's take a closer look. The new home screen displays the most frequently needed functions that we've identified through our customer research: navigation, media, and phone. And this means if you want to change something like tracks, you no longer have to navigate to a different application. It's right there on the home screen. At the bottom, we have a fixed bar that gives you access to applications, climate, and settings. And then above that, we have a contextual bar that we adapt based on the situation you're in. So you get your most recently used applications and different controls based on what's happening around you. So if you're driving slowly, we can show the 360 camera when it's most useful. And we're making it easier for you to get the most out of your electric powertrain. If you're a plug-in hybrid driver and you want to put it in a different mode, the driving mode selector is right there. So if you're in the town center and want to switch to pure electric, it's just a tap away. So now the XC90 gets the same new experience that we've brought to the XC90 or the EX90 and the EX30. And all of this comes wrapped in a package that gets better over time with over-the-air software updates. It also shows that we have an interface that can be adapted to different sizes and shapes of screens, which in turn helps us make it available to more cars. And this takes me to our next bit of news. We're going to make this experience available in all existing Volvo cars with the Android-based system. And in most markets, those are the cars with Google built in. That's almost 2.5 million existing customers that are going to get this new generation system, which we plan to deliver as an over-the-air update during 2025. And if you're eligible for the update, we'll be in touch soon. Since it's scalable, we've been able to adapt the experience to the 9-inch screen of those cars and getting all of the associated benefits to the customer at no additional cost. This is the hallmark of our strategy to improve the customer experience over time through software updates. So not only are we making a new generation in-car experience that's available to more customers, we're making one that stays relevant for longer, continuously improved by your feedback. And our dedication to creating a safe, focused, and enjoyable driving experience is unwavering. So whether you're driving an XC90, an EX90, or a 3-year-old XC40, we aim to make it easier to do what's most important, and that's to focus on the road ahead. And speaking of the EX90, it's now time to focus on our other 7-seat flagship.
Hey.
Hey. Okay?
Yeah. Well.
Hey, love.
Hey, Mom.
How are you guys? How you doing?
Yeah, we're good.
Something wrong?
No, but we've actually got something to tell you. Kate's pregnant.
Oh, I'm joking.
You're gonna be a grandma.
Oh my God. How does it feel?
I'm scared, Mom.
Why you scared?
About it all, you know? The nights, the responsibility, like, we're gonna need a bigger place.
Help with all that.
I know, bless you, you're so sweet. I've got this feeling that we're gonna have a daughter, just as stubborn as her mum.
Well, hopefully not. The family's knows.
That's a legacy she might have to live with. She might be the reason we tied a knot.
What if I don't do good in class?
I just want to say and do the right things, you know? I want to see the world with her. I'll also be happy staying home, doing nothing, letting her be a kid.
Are you awake?
Number 32.
Thank you.
I want to see her fall in love. But I also know what that means. And I know she's gonna bend the rules just like I did. And one day, I'll have to let her go.
It's gonna be hot every single day.
I'm excited to hear what she learns about the world, herself.
Yes, where you from?
What she adores, what she hates. I hope she likes the name we give her.
Have you thought of any?
It all depends. We like Leia.
Wow, what a film to follow. Lives, life, and living. That is why we never take safety for granted. Hello, I'm Anders Bell, Chief Engineering and Technology Officer. With each car, we strive to raise the safety standard that we help set over time, the Volvo safety standard. The EX90 is not just a new car, it is designed to be the safest and smartest Volvo ever made, combining energy, matter, and code in new ways. We have put our brain, our heart, and our soul into this new product. We have explored new dimensions of safety and combined advanced and redundant sensor sets inside and outside the car. Together, they enable new levels of understanding, both the environment around the car and inside the cabin. Coupled with our in-house developed software stack running on the car's core system, the advanced safety features help keep you safe and make you feel safe. That is why we call it safe space technology. Before I tell you a little more, let's first take a look at how the EX90 sees the world.
Extraordinary magic follows you around, and the camera can't catch it. You won't see it in me if I say look behind you. You turn around and disappear. I see it, I see it. Extraordinary magic in you.
Powering this LiDAR technology is the EX90's brain, and it consists of the car industry's leading core compute system. Quarterbacked by an NVIDIA system on a chip, and capable of many trillions operations per second. This core system orchestrates everything in the car, from core vehicle functionalities, energy management, and driver assistance, all the way to deep learning intensive operations such as LiDAR perception. By moving to a core system architecture for our cars, where all the software and compute constitute one unified system, our talented software engineers can both improve functionality over time and add features much faster than before. Based on insight from how the cars are used and how they perform in the real world, the EX90 will offer a continuously better customer experience and can become even safer with time. The EX90 is designed to be the safest Volvo ever. Now, we develop our technologies around people, embracing the fact that we're all human beings and we can be tired or distracted at times. On the screen, you can see how well the EX90 can help mitigate collisions to support the driver when needed through data-based continuous safety development. It will help us move towards our ambition of 0 collisions. But of course, we won't just rely on preventative safety and assume that nothing bad happens. Should the worst case scenario materialize and a collision can't be avoided, the EX90 also leads on protective safety. The EX90 safety cage offers advanced crash protection. We have poured millions of engineering and simulation hours into making sure we reduce weight, better absorb energy, and ensure the integrity of the battery. The outer zones account for most of the deformation in the event of a crash. The more rigid the structure is, the less material deforms. The aim is that the passenger compartment should remain intact to protect the people inside. And a meticulously tuned restraint system inside the car will help protect the occupants. As one of the first cars built on core computing technology, the EX90 represents a paradigm shift for our company and for the industry as a whole. I'm sure you remember when the EX90 was revealed in the final weeks of 2022. By Volvo Cars standard, we revealed the car quite early on in its development process. We were just eager to show the car to the world, a radical evolution from a hardware-driven to a software-defined car. And a few months back, this beauty was born in our Charleston plant in the US. Let's take a look. Since the reveal, our engineers have been busy packaging cutting-edge technology together into one beautiful and supremely well-integrated piece of kit, which will continue to improve over the air and over time. We spent countless days and nights testing and pushing our new flagship to its limits. The EX90 has gone through intense testing to help ensure it works in all temperatures and climates, from the freezing cold of northern Sweden to the scorching hot Arizona desert, as well as all the sweeping corners of our test tracks here in West Sweden. We have placed the highest demands on our new flagship, making sure it works for real people in real life. A couple of 100 car critics from across the globe had the opportunity to test drive the car over the last 2 weeks, in the US. The EX90 is the best electric SUV right now for a family. That's a good summary. I was lucky enough to join our CEO, Jim, on the road trip that you saw earlier. After hundreds of hours on the test track, it was rewarding to see the car. This piece of alien technology fits so perfectly into the majestic landscape. And now it's time for Hande, our product lead for the EX90, to talk you through the highlights of this car.
As Anders mentioned, I'm Hande, product lead for EX90. It seems I'm not the only one who truly loves this car. And there is so much to love. Let's take a look. 170 kilometers of electric range within 10 minutes of fast charging. Up to 600 kilometers tailpipe emission-free mobility. A smooth driving experience. Safe space technology, featuring an advanced exterior sensor set to better understand the outside environment and the inside environment too, with driver understanding and occupant sensing. Volvo's iconic Scandinavian design, including high-definition pixel headlights. A true seven-seater with a trunk. Elegant materials from natural, recycled, and responsible sources. Smart air monitoring and air purification. A large panoramic roof. Sun-like LEDs lighting the car's interior, enhancing eye comfort for all passengers. A car that gets better for you with over-the-air updates featuring Google built in. High-quality graphics on generous displays. A contextual user interface smartly hiding complexity. Plus, it's the quietest Volvo cabin to date, matching perfectly with Bowers & Wilkins' high-fidelity sound system with 25 speakers. And as a world first in automotive, we are introducing the Abbey Road Studios mode in the EX90. This mode captures the unique sonic DNA of the legendary Abbey Road Studios by making it possible to shape the sound experience inside EX90. From the close-up, intimate nuances of a studio control room to the larger, more open ambience of a live space. From unique vintage tonality to modern sounds. We are really proud of this collaboration that will bring the sonic experience inside EX90 into a new immersive dimension. Whether it's the audio or the interior, the design or the drivetrain, the all-new EX90 is ready for the road. Thank you very much.
We are pioneers. For the pioneers. For those who know it doesn't take a fancy title or a monument in your name to make an impact. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. You find it in every decision, big and small. In the can I? Should I? Will I? In the whens, whys, and why nots. It's the question that cuts through the silence, forcing honest opinions, new ways of seeing, new ways of doing, all in the pursuit of better. Not only for yourself, but for the many. measured in lives, life, and living, for people and planet. Because when you give the world not what it expects from you, but what you think it deserves, the impossible doesn't seem so far away. Nobody said it would be easy. It takes guts to go beyond. It takes courage to challenge how it's always been done. But if we've learnt one thing, is that tomorrow belongs to those who create it. Here's to the pioneers.
So on behalf of Volvo Cars and the many thousands of pioneers working tirelessly to make the EX90 and the XC90 come to life, we thank you. And we thank you all for coming and those who are also watching online today. Today, we take a big step on our journey to electrification, building on our success of a company that is rooted in safety, sustainability, human-centric technology, and beautiful Scandinavian design. The EX90 is on the road, and the first customers will be behind the wheel later this month. And the new XC90 is available to order starting today. This is a very important day for Volvo Cars, the EX90 and the XC90, electric and hybrid, two flagships, the best of both worlds. But before we wrap, let's take one final look at those two giants. And if you look closely enough, you might just see another type of 90.